Hello, friends and felines. My name is Dara. This is Dear Hallmark. This is a space where we talk about your Hallmark channel, movies, and stuff. So, we are talking about our second movie in the Loveuary lineup called A Paris Proposal. It stars Alexa PenaVega and Nicholas Bishop. Now, if you are not aware, Alexa PenaVega and Carlos PenaVega, I believe it was in December or late November, they announced that Hallmark announced that they signed an exclusive contract. It's a multi-picture deal with Hallmark. And so this is the first movie from the couples since the couple's announcement of the signing. So I'm excited about this movie going in, right? Because Sweeter Than Chocolate was fire. And if you haven't heard my review of Sweeter Than Chocolate, be sure to check out the Dear Hallmark podcast, because there is a podcast branch to this YouTube channel. So on the podcast, that's where I reviewed A Dog Lover's Guide to Dating, Love at Glacier National, and Sweeter Than Chocolate. So, A Paris Proposal. Oh, what are these people's names? What are their characters' names? Sebastian and Anna, I think it is. So, Anna, she's she's a woman of business. Do you hear me? She's styling and profiling, A-lining and slim cutting. She got briefcases and folders for days and weeks and months. She's an ad exec, an account manager. And Nicholas Bishop is a creative. I'm sorry, Sebastian is a creative. And he's paint splatters on a canvas. He's kind of just run like the wind and float like the wind, bullseye, right? They are paired together for a project that sends them to Paris for the Duran Diamond. And the couple, the Durans themselves, the namesake of the company, are family friends with Sebastian, so they know him, and so they feel more comfortable with them taking the account. But one thing leads to another, and they were mistakenly presumed to be a married couple. And so they go along with the charade, and then of course, let's just go through the movie. You guys, okay. Can we pack our bags? Can we get our passport stamp, please, for A Paris Proposal? I love this movie so much. 4 out of 5 crowns. Here's where the 1 crown deduction comes in. Gabriel, the slickest, finest snake of a bum I've ever seen in my life. What a well-dressed villain we have. Oh, I was conflicted and torn. I'm like, how could someone so slick be so evil? Man. Oh, it hurt my soul. But he did wrong. It hurt. He did this shiesty, he was so slithery with it. The way he chose to out Sebastian and Anna for not being a married couple. And from that, they lost the account and they lost their jobs. But the movie is so romantic. It's so... Oh, gosh. You guys, I really... This is probably my favorite Alexa PenaVega movie. This is my favorite Alexa PenaVega movie. I mean, can we talk about how comfortable Sebastian was just showing physical affection to the kid? Putting his arm around her like you know me. Wanting to dip me like you know me. Wanting to hold my hand like you know me. Giving me necklaces like you know me. Well, needless to say, he grew on her. And she began to catch feelings for him as well. So I thought the pacing got weird at the end, which is also where I had to dock a crown. It seemed so we made it up to the point where Gabriel outed them, right? And so they lost the account and they lost their jobs, and so they're on their way to go back home. She goes to his family and tries to talk to him. He goes to the Durans and tries to talk to them. They randomly meet up, and it's all like, Oh, well, we got the account back. Carolyn gave us our jobs back. Oh no, we should start our own agency. And so now we get pushed and hurried to a year later where they've started their own agency, and then he proposed. Like, that part was really, really cute. The proposal itself was really, really cute. But I just felt like the ending was very, very rushed. But it was also cute because the last scene before the credits roll mimicked that of The Wedding Veil, which I know is from an iconic rom-com, Harry Met Sally, When Harry Met Sally. But I thought that that was kind of a wink and a gun, in that they did that with that movie as well as along with like The Wedding Veils. I thought that that was, you know, showing some continuity as well, because they didn't do that with Sweeter Than Chocolate. They didn't do that with Avalanche in a Can. What is that, Glacier National? They didn't need to. Ugh. Did not like, oof, let's just move on, because I can't sit in Glacier National for a long time. So, but needless to say, this movie was just, it was it. It was it. I could also see how this movie, okay, so two sides. I'm one of those ones who love the seasonal movies. Love the seasonal movies. So I can see how with her being, with her, did y'all hear that? There we go. So I can see how with her wearing a lot of the pink, that could mean, you know, that could go with the Valentine's Day theme, that could go with the Loveuary theme. But I could also see this movie just kind of being a bonus original. It's incredibly, incredibly cute. I love Alexa PenaVega's fashion. Oh my gosh. Whoever was the costume designer for this is just killing it on all cylinders. I don't understand. I really don't understand. And because, yeah, well, there was one outfit I was like, sis, the black and white one where she had that huge flower that looked like a hypnotizing wheel in front of her. Like, that was just a no-go. But her outfits from then on, loved it. Yeah, this movie gets a solid 4 out of 5. And I watched this one with a friend too. This was the same friend who watched the last year. She watched The Second Wedding Veil with me, Always Amore. We saw, did we watch Girlfriendship? Not Girlfriendship. I Think It'll Be Good Things. She watched Three Wise Men and a Baby with me, and she is one who doesn't watch Hallmark. So when she watches these movies with me, it's kind of a big deal. She watched this one with me and she enjoyed it. She thought it was a cutie patootie, as it was. It was a cutie patootie. I love the chemistry of Alexa and Nicholas. I thought they played off each other really well, with him being kind of this float, like whatever's clever type of guy, and her being, but it echoed, like, because she was kind of like that, like the straight man, the responsible one, the one that's the stick in the mud, for lack of better words. And so that was an echo to the old Hallmark, so I could see that. However, much like Pearl in Paradise, I would like to see what it would look like in the movie for the roles switched. I think I would like to see more of that, where the man is the one who's a stickler and the woman is the one who's kind of like whatever's clever, float in the wind, you know, kind of fly by the seat of our pants or whatever. So those are my thoughts about A Paris Proposal. Do I dissect things? The dress montage when she's getting her dress for the gala. Loved it. Loved the music that was playing in the background. Loved the cafe scene when it's her and him, and then she meets her friend Lily, and Lily's just like, okay, what's going on here? What we got going on? I loved the reason, like, Alexa just did her thug thizzle on this. Like, I really liked how she portrayed her reason for not wanting to go to Paris and how that affected her. I loved it all. And you know, your girl loves, like, fake dating and enemies to lovers. two of my favorite tropes of my rom-coms in one. Fake dating and enemies to lovers are my two favorite tropes in all of my made-for-TV movies. Favorite tropes. And the fact that we got them both in this, and we got Paris. This is going on my favorite destination movie list for sure. Like, you know, like, I'm making a list of my favorite Hallmark movies that I've, like, the destination Hallmark movies, the movies that have been on location in certain places. This is going on there for sure. And I'm going to make a podcast episode soon with this list, but this list, baby, this right here is it. I really enjoyed it. What did you think about A Paris Proposal? Let me know in the comments below. I enjoy engaging with you guys down there in the comments or whatever. And if you want to know more about me or Dear Hallmark, there are some links in the subscription box, in the description box below. There's an Instagram page you can follow. There's a Facebook page you can like. There's a podcast you can subscribe to. What makes the podcast different from the YouTube channel is that I'm able to express more. I go more in depth. I also tell you some news that's going on in Hallmark land, Up TV land, Great American Family land. And during Christmas, we talk about Lifetime as well. And then we also do some previews on the podcast. I let you know what movies are coming up this weekend. So the podcast is definitely much more involved. So you want to make sure that you subscribe to the podcast. And subscribe to this YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, hola, ¿cómo está? Me llamo Dara, what's good? Yeah, there's also a website. I wrote a book. There's a novella that you can purchase for your reading pleasure. That's on Amazon. It's called Chasing Wind. It's my baby. I love it. It's my favorite chapter is chapter 4. So let me know what you think about chapter 4. And there's some other links down there as well. So be sure to check those out. And thank you guys so much for watching this video and talking with me for this video. So I will talk to you guys next week when we talk about Welcome to Valentine. Ciao, my friends.